Once, in the old days, this is the story of King Solomon and the smell of bread. Well, King Solomon was a wonderful judge, and once he was presented with a very strange case. You see, in the old days of Jerusalem, there was a bakery, and this bakery baked the best, the most beautiful, best-smelling bread. The smell would come out of that bakery and through the marketplace and through the streets of the city. And people would line up to buy that bread, or sometimes just to smell it. And and so it happened that there was this poor woman, a beggar, asking for coins, who found herself standing in line in front of that bakery, not to buy bread, just to smell it. And as she was smelling the bread, the baker came out and said, "Hey, lady, what are you doing?" "I'm smelling the bread in your bakery. It smells delicious." "I know it does, but if you're going to smell my bread, pay me. Pay me for the smell of that bread." "Well, wait, that's not fair. I was smelling it. I wasn't eating it." "I know, and you must pay me for smelling my bread." Now, in those days, and even as today, when the difference of opinion occurs, people start to gather around, start to argue, and a huge fight breaks that way. And everyone came and said what they had to say, and finally someone said, "Baker, if you have such a good case, take it before King Solomon. He will judge it fairly." And that's just what the baker did. He dragged that woman down and said to King Solomon, "Your Highness, this woman has been smelling my bread, and I insist that she pay for it." Now the people in the court laughed, because it was, of course, a ridiculous claim. But at that moment, King Solomon turned to the woman and said, "Is it true? Have you indeed been smelling the bread in this man's bakery?" "Yes, I've been smelling it, but I haven't been eating it." "Must I pay for just smelling it?" "By the law of our land, you must pay." Now the clerk grew quiet, and he asked the woman, "How much money do you have?" I'm a beggar. I just have these few coins. Count them." She did. One, two, three, four, and so on. "It's half a shekel. It's all that I have. Must I give it to him?" Now King Solomon turned to the woman and turned to the baker and said, "You have been paid." I haven't been paid. She has to give me the money." "Didn't you hear the coins? The sound of those coins is payment for the smell of your breath."